Hi, this is Pastor John. This is our next in the series American Dystopia. It's Saturday, April 18th, 2020, almost a week after Easter. Well, I'm here now in this week where the president and the governors of different states have been talking about reopening the economy. And the economy really, it's something that one person or one group cannot really control. It's made up of everybody who does and transacts business throughout the country. And as you know, it has really been falling apart over the last couple of months with millions of people filing for unemployment. Some of those that are the hardest hit, particularly in our area in Myrtle Beach, are those in the tourist industry or those in the entertainment industry or those that are in the restaurant business. I wanted to focus a little bit on how Christians interact with restaurants. I remember several years ago there was a story, or not a story, but a personal account that a waitress gave me about the Sunday crowd. Now, I don't know why it is, why Christians often find it important to go eat lunch out at a restaurant on Sundays. After all, the whole concept of a Sabbath is that we take that day and spend it in worship and in private and public worship and so forth. And we don't often do that. In fact, perhaps Sunday is one of the biggest restaurant days because all these people that go to church go out to restaurants and really, in that sense, encourage others to work on that day. And yet, the waitress that I talked to said that, the Sunday crowd is the worst. She's talking about people going to church and coming to lunch afterwards. She says they're the biggest complainers and the worst tippers. And I found that to be the case in many places where Christians coming from church are some of the worst customers that could be. What in the world are we thinking? After all, what is a Christian supposed to be doing or be like? Hear these words from Galatians 5. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law, and those who belong to Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. Well, first of all, when we go to a restaurant, with the waitress, we should be exhibiting kindness, gentleness, peace, those things, self-control. If they get an order wrong, they get it wrong. Be gentle with them. Give them a second chance. And this time, it's important for us to remember we shouldn't be known as the worst tippers. We should be known as the best tippers, those who are generous and kind. You see, we have an opportunity both now during this time where it's all pickup and delivery and so forth to be generous and to be kind and to give them the hope of Christ. But it's also important in normal times that when they know that you are a believer, you exhibit this fruit because you want to please Christ and you want to point these others to Christ. So consider, what kind of customer are you? Not just in a restaurant, but in any situation. Are you someone exhibiting the fruit of the Spirit? Or are you someone doing these things? The works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, divisions, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and things like these. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Are you focused on things of the flesh or things of the Spirit, even in your day-to-day interactions in the economy? That's the question you can focus on today.